All right, so this is Farm Ripple Ranch update, and today's date is like May 10th-ish, something like that. Anyway, as you can see, huge amounts of crazy snow. I think we have about 5 to 6 inches right now on May 10th. Crazy weather. The fun of the farm when it gets weathery and challenging. So we have employees who left kind of on a moment's notice, and we have no one to help with chores but my own PackGoats.com staff, who, thank God, Christy lives close and she's been helpful in the mornings, actually all during kidding season, but without her right now, I don't know what I'd do. Between morning milkings, feedings of kids, we still have about 15-20 kids on the property right now, bottle feeding, 10 does in milk, one doe who we've worked through a broken leg, and I put all that, and she's walking now, so we're super stoked about that. But right now is like immediate, pop and smoke, 911. Holy crap, weren't ready for this crazy amount of snow. I got to move the juveniles to another structure because the big goats are not allowing them in. They're literally like bedding in the feeder because it's their only way to get out. So luckily I have another pasture with another shelter I'm going to put them in. All the animals needed to be fed this morning because we're foraging, and our work truck is down. So that means I'm pulling a freaking wagon through, in lots of places the snow's a foot deep because of drifting. And I still feel grateful and blessed and all those things. This is just the work that comes along with doing this. The more acres, the more work. And we're setting up this property, and we're not completely set up for all the contingencies. And we're getting ready to bring on, and I'll actually use this video to kind of talk about that as well. We're really looking for somebody. We've been hiring inexperienced people, teaching them, mostly because we don't have the budget to pay somebody that has a lot of experience in terms of farm help. And so I'm just over that because that process is really difficult. I need somebody that I can go, hey, I need you to put up this line of fence, and they know enough to be able to get that done I don't need somebody just helping me hold things. I need, and helping me do projects. I need somebody who can independently work an 8-hour day with just instruction and get after itness. And the beauty is I have a lot of places to live on this ranch. And so the nice part about working for us here, and we are only seeking people who are looking for long-term. I'm going to pay a monthly salary that's very livable and a free place to live. And in the Boise Valley right now, that's very, very expensive. And the ability to, kind of live part of our dream in having a ranch that's self-sustaining, that's safe in these weird upcoming times that we have, that has the ability to sustain on a food level and on a power level, and that we have the things in place not to need things like grocery stores and infrastructure in case that kind of stuff breaks down. If you're somebody who believes that potentially is potential on the frontier, and I do believe it is. So we're really hunkering down and preparing ourselves for all things. I honestly don't believe modern culture has a I don't think that can happen long term. I just think we need a short term, making sure we're okay strategy where we're not getting fist fights over meat and eggs and that sort of thing in the grocery store, which I think is possible in the next 3 to 6 months. I really do. But in the same context, I'm super grateful that we have that, but we need somebody. So in case, you think you're a candidate to come work for us, and ready to make a long-term commitment and work hard. I'm a hardworking guy, and people around me work hard because that's kind of the expectation I have. And so, we can provide a really beautiful experience, and we're really looking for somebody long-term that wants to live on self-sustaining, innovative, cutting-edge homestead. And we really are developing this whole model of lifesteading, which involves not only our food sources and our shelter sources and our power sources, but as well our spirituality, our personal growth, and our give back to the community in that well-rounded, aspect. So that's what we're building. And if you feel enticed to be a part of that and can live in a 1 to 2 bedroom home comfortably and feel like that's enough for you, and then we're glad to have you. Here's Christy pulling one of the does out. Without her, I wouldn't be flying right now. Super grateful for you, Christy. But anyway, so we are dealing with some crazy snow late in the season. This is all going to melt, so now we're going to deal with crazy moisture. By the way, the ravens in the hay barn, I can hear their babies up in the nest. So we successfully have baby ravens now in the hay barn, and we really want to keep those guys around and happy here because they keep away all the birds of prey, and so we don't have to worry about our chickens. We've also decided, as a part of this current strategy right now of making sure we're okay in weird times ahead, is that we're taking on 70 total meat chickens. And so we're going to be building, and I've done meat chickens several times. They're kind of a lot of work, but part of the work is feeding them. And we have this opportunity with these prolific grasshopper hatches we have out here to have like this really cool model of raising meat chickens. And so we're going to be talking about that this year as well. And lots of new change. We need to create a secondary residence because we have a 3-bedroom home right now. We want to make it into a 1-bedroom independent studio with a kitchenette and everything else for the hired man, and then a 2-bedroom on the other side so the boys have a place to stay. My mom is now also back here on the property, and her husband, and they're currently staying as they do, which is they're snowbirders, and so they live full time in an RV. And I really want them to have a stable, house here in the near future here on the property. So we're going to be working towards that. It's just there is too much to do. This is a literally 2 to 3 year to-do list, and if I put my head down and had 3 full-time people, it would take a year. If it's 1 full-time person, it'll probably take 2 to 3 years, and we'll be hiring independent contractors. So it's expensive. It's a ton of work. But, we really want to have this property be an amazing example of what's possible. And then we're also really praying for abundance from our companies, from PackGoats.com and Top End Adventures, and our newest company, which is Hunting University, where we teach people how to hunt, and then also events here on the ranch. So we're just figuring out the revenue piece, the lifestyle piece, the self-sustaining piece, and trying to keep all those balls in the air at the same time is a lot. And so I need more help. So I need some help here at the ranch so I can do what really generates a lot of momentum for my family and the families that depend upon us, which is unfortunately spending a lot of time on the phone in front of the computer. That's where I serve us best in managing the company side, and then coming out and orchestrating what happens on the ranch. And so anyway, that's kind of the update. Interesting times right now. So hope you find that interesting. And that's where we're at for this strange week of weather and here at Ripple Ranch. So take care.